I just bought this 2011 Jeep Grand Cherokee for $1,500, and now I have to try to sell it for $5,000. So I'm a used car dealer, and today I'm gonna do the biggest no-no here in the car market. I'm actually gonna show you what I paid for my cars and show you what I'm trying to make on them. And throughout this video, I'm gonna show you some of our good buys and some of our bad ones. All right, so I'm gonna hit this one real quick before everyone gets up in a tizzy over that intro clip. I paid $1,500 for this car at auction. Turns out though, transmission's bad. So this is one of our boo-boos. We thought it was going to be a good car, and now it is, but I had to put a $2,500 transmission in this thing. And so now we've got what, we got $4,300 in that Jeep Grand Cherokee. So for me to try to make $1,000 after doing that transmission job on this thing, I'm gonna have to price it at $5,500. Problem is, I don't really like to price things at $5,500. I don't think it's worth $5,500. So my sales manager Nate might try to start at $55,000, but I think we're going to probably start it at $5,000. I'm gonna get in his ear about that. So but at the end of the day, someone's probably not going to pay us $5,000 for that Jeep. It's going to be an oopsie on our parts, most likely. So we're probably going to end up having to lower it $4,500. Maybe somebody will buy it there. Maybe we have to lower it $4,000. And at $4,000, you can do the math. It's easy, right? We're gonna lose $300 on that thing. And you got to think that in the beginning, we thought we could buy it for $1,500, have some buyer fees, maybe have a little fix, and then we'd probably try to sell it $3,500. That's what we thought it was worth to begin with when we were buying it. Turns out we had to put this massive repair into it. And sometimes it doesn't make sense to do the repair. But something that's like that, it is a little bit nicer than what we typically keep. And we think we can probably get $4,500 on it. So we had to do the math, do the cost analysis to see what it's worth if we just dump it, if we scrap it. If we scrap it, we're not going to get hardly anything out of it. Send it back to auction, not going to get hardly anything out of it. We felt like it was a better option to throw more good money after bad is the terminology usually you hear, like in the stock market. You have a loser out there and you try to keep throwing money after it to turn it into a winner. That's basically what we're doing here, but we've done it long enough where we think that we can potentially get out of it, and where we're probably going to end up selling it probably somewhere around $4,000 would be my guess, is what we can get out of it with that transmission that we just put in it. And it's probably going to have like a transmission warranty, parts and labor is what we usually get when we put one of those transmissions in it. Probably $4,000. So that means we'll lose $300. But if we would have went the other route of either scrapping it or sending it to auction with the transmission being bad, we probably would have lost $1,000 or potentially more on it. So we think that we're getting out better this way, but we take a lot of gamble when we do this. So we'll see what happens, but on that one, just wanted to make sure I hit that vehicle first to know, so you know what we got in it, because I know we average about $1,000 a car. A lot of you watching these videos know that we average $1,000 a car, and I'm gonna show you throughout this video a lot more of the cars that we've been buying, how much we got in them, and what we're selling them for. But no, I'm not trying to make $3,500, $4,000 off one car. Not trying to do that. We made an oopsie on that one, and yeah, we paid $1,500 for it, but I've got $4,300 in it now, and now we have to try to sell it for $5,000. All right, here's one we just put out, so that's why there's not numbers on it yet, but that I love. It's a 2007 Pontiac Vibe. It's got 180,000 miles. We paid $2,400 for it at the auction. I've got right at $2,700 in it right after everything's said and done. Probably going to try to start it out at $4,000, but the reason why I want to point this car out, I like them so much, is because all it is a Toyota Matrix. And I've actually got a Toyota Matrix sitting right beside it. You can see how very similar these two cars are. I love Pontiac Vibes, and in a lot of cases, they'll actually go at auction for a lot cheaper than a Toyota Matrix, just because it's got that Pontiac emblem on it and that GM emblem from a long time ago that nobody wants, right? So, but it's the exact same car. I can't remember exactly how they did it, but I think there was like a licensing play where they were able to basically just buy the rights to all the parts, the pieces. Toyota made the cars, and then Pontiac was just able to rebrand that car. There have been a lot of makes and models throughout history that have done that exact same thing. It's a good move by Pontiac, because when they were doing it, well, Pontiac obviously doesn't exist anymore, but when they were doing it, I think it was a good move because they were incapable of making a good car. I know there's a lot of you down there that are going to talk about your old Bonnevilles and your Grand Ams, and nah, that's old news, right? Those cars don't exist anymore. Pontiac does not exist as a brand anymore for good reason. But I still like buying those Pontiacs because all they are is a Toyota Matrix. And we can sell it to someone who knows that car is a Toyota Matrix. Now, it is going to bring down the customer base of who we can actually sell that car to, because not everyone knows that. But there are going to be people out there that are specifically looking for Pontiac vibes because they know the exact same thing that I do. Okay, well, it's a Toyota Matrix, but I can get it at a little bit of a discount, and maybe even something that's got better mileage on it, or has been taken care of more in the same price range as this one's going to be $4,000. I can tell you this Toyota Matrix right here is a little bit rougher than this Pontiac Vibe right here, but this Pontiac Vibe is going to be the exact same price on my lot, and they're both probably going to be able to sell right at that $4,000 price point because they're Toyotas, they're good cars. It's just one's got a Pontiac badge on it. And here we go, just real quick, just to give you another example of what I'm talking about here. This is a Mazda Tribute, and I've talked about this one before on another video, so I won't give you the prices and everything on this one. I think we're in it like somewhere around $2,500, selling it for $3,500. But this is just a rebranded Ford Escape. And it's usually the case where I think the American brands will take something good from an Asian brand, but in this case it was the opposite. Mazda rebadged a Ford Escape. All the parts in there, Ford Escape parts. That's all it is. It's just a Ford. So I want to show you a weird one right here. We got this 2007 Saturn Vue. We don't have stickers on it because we literally just bought it. I just get you a little picture of it. There we go. So the weird thing about it, we buy Saturn Vues every once in a while. It's not my favorite. I don't like them. They're very similar to like a Chevy Equinox, especially those, I think the models of like 2005 and up Saturn Vues, basically the same thing as a Chevy Equinox. But it's only got 76,000 miles on it. That's very weird for us to be able to buy something that only has that little of miles. And the reason why we're able to buy something like that is because obviously it's a Saturn Vue, right? Not a very desirable car, but we do pretty well with them, and for the miles are going to sell that car for us. We've only got $2,500 in that car. This is what I paid at auction, and then we got a buyer fee. We've got roughly like $2,800 in it, I think is what we got it. So we're going to start it out at $4,000. But here's the interesting thing about a car like that. I bought many cars before that were undesirable cars, but that had really low mileage. And it's like hit or miss on those type of cars because you'll have somebody walk up to our dealership and be like, okay, I know you sell a lot of cheap cars, and I know a lot of the stuff that you sell is high mileage, but what's the lowest mileage thing you got? And we'll have one of these undesirables out here like the Saturn Vue. Like, well, you got one that's got 76,000 miles. And they will buy that car at whatever price it is because they're just trying to find the lowest mileage thing. They're buying off of mileage. Now, lately, that hasn't tended to be the case. It seems like as our culture moves into in my opinion, a negative direction, we're seeing that people are more concerned about what the car looks like than the miles, than the maintenance, than how the car actually performs. And I think it's a wrong turn for our society, but we're just noticing that more. So we have this Lexus RX up here. That's $3,000. That's got like 200, and I think it's got like 240,000 miles. Got a lot of miles for a Lexus. For a Toyota, I'm not as worried about that. But somebody will buy that way quicker right now in this day and age than they'll buy this Saturn Vue that's only got 76,000 miles. Even if the Saturn Vue is, I mean, a much better car, if it has if the actual mechanicality, I'm trying to make up words, if it's mechanically more sound than that Lexus is still going to sell faster than that Saturn Vue just because it looks better. People like the status, they like the Lexus emblem on there, and it's a sad thing. Go back to the Saturn. I'm not sure if I told you exactly what we're going to sell it for, but we're going to initially price it probably for $4,000. But that's the interesting thing. Because it's a hit or miss kind of thing, we have to have that customer that's going to come up on our lot that's looking just for a low mileage car, and that's the one that they're going to buy. We might be able to sell it to them for that price, but if we don't have that customer walk up because it's such an undesirable car, nobody on the internet is searching for a Saturn Vue. So we're not going to just be able to sell it at the price point, and because it's a Saturn Vue, it's only going to sell because of the miles. So if we don't have the miles customer that comes up on our lot, it'll end up sitting here for 2-3 weeks, and we'll have to drop the price by $500. So then it'll be $3,500. And then that mileage customer doesn't walk up, we'll have to drop it again. So this is one of the gambles that we take. It seems like it's not a gamble because it's only got 76,000 miles, but this is one of the gambles that we take here on my lot because this is undesirable. I know that. I know a lot of people don't like this car, but if we can sell it because of the mileage, then we can make some money on it. But if that customer doesn't materialize, probably going to end up breaking even because we will be able to sell it at $3,000. Somebody will buy this at $3,000. It got 76,000 miles. Easy sell there, but maybe not at that $4,000 price point, but we're going to find out. All right, here's one of the rare situations where I can actually go through the car. I'll show you the inside of it. We just had it detailed. Yeah, I used to use a mobile detailing company, but now we've got my ex-producer, my ex-editor. He's also going to help out still with a lot of the YouTube stuff. But he started his own business, so I'm very proud of him. And he's starting he started his own detail business. But so he's handling my cars now, job security here, right? Because we're getting 15 to 20 cars a week that we need to be done. But anyway, so but our cars look a lot better now because we're not having a quick like one and done mobile detailing company that's coming in and doing like 15 cars all at once. Stuff gets missed, and that's just the nature of the beast when you have that many cars that have to be done in that short window of time. So he's able to actually spend some extra time on it. It's costing me more money, but I think the results are better. But I'm getting a side tangent here. But this is a 2012 Ford Fusion. It's got 148,000 miles on it, and we paid $2,300 for it at the auction, and I've got like $2,600 in it, and it's actually a really good price for something that's only got 150,000 miles. And what I'll say, I know a lot of you scoff at that, but 150,000 miles for the price range that I'm dealing with, and we're going to be able to sell this car for like $3,500. Probably try to start it out at $4,000. Where we'll probably sell it at is probably somewhere around 35. But anyway, it's a good place for us to be at a car with that range of miles and this new. But I want to show you a lot of the inside of it. You see the outside of it here. I'll show you what one of our cars actually looks like when it's done. And this is the kind of stuff that you're going to get with a lot of our vehicles. There's going to be some cosmetic stuff. I don't mind that at all. It actually makes the car a little bit cheaper for us at auction. And that way we're able to buy it and sell it for cheaper to our customer. So, I mean, yeah. I mean, stains and stuff we're not worried about, especially in these cars. We're not doing a $400 detail job where we're getting shampoo done on the seats and stuff. So that's actually perfect for what we're trying to sell it for. $3,500 car, $4,000 car. It's going to fit in line with our lot and what we typically do here at our car dealership. And that's the kind of price point that I want to be at. It's been very difficult for us to buy cars that don't have crazy amounts of miles, have some kind of issue that you're having to deal with, cars that are very old that we've had to sell for so high because the market's just dictated that. But since the market's come back down, we can now get into my favorite price point, which is between $3,000, $3,500, $4,000, somewhere around there. Like this car is going to be $4,000. This is a $4,000 car right here. This one's going to be somewhere between $3,500, $4,000. Got a $3,500 car right here. I got a $3,000 Lexus right here. That's the range I want to be in. That Ford Fusion is going to fit right into it, and I don't feel icky about it. That's one thing that it's been very difficult for me owning a business like this over the last 6 years, is that as prices have gone so high on the wholesale level, and I've had to buy cars for we haven't made more money since prices have gone up. I'm not making more money per car because of all this. What ends up happening is we just have to charge our customers more money. I'm making the same amount of money, but it just feels worse because my customer has to pay more for it. And now I feel like we're getting back to that sweet spot where I can sell cars for $3,000. I can sell cars for $3,500, still make $1,000 and be happy about it and not feel icky, and going home just be like, oh, we had to sell this Honda that was rough, this little Honda Civic. We had to sell it for $4,500 because we had $3,500 in it, and I hate it. But now that same car that I felt icky about, selling it at $4,500, I can feel good about selling that same range of car at $3,500, and I feel like that's what the car is actually worth. Much better place for me to be in.